ఉత్సాహంగా ఉల్లాసంగా చదువు సాగాలి, గొప్ప గొప్ప ఉద్యోగాలు సాధించాలి. విజ్ఞాన్ డీమ్డ్ టు బి యూనివర్సిటీ.
మోహన్ నాయుడు పార్లమెంట్ లో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, లైవ్ లో చూద్దాం.
जो कि एयरबस A320 और 271 थी और दिल्ली से पटना आ रही थी. जयप्रकाश नारायण इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट पटना पर लैंडिंग के दौरान रनवे को ओवरशूट करके आगे निकल गई. यह घटना तकरीबन रात को हुई और एक हादसा बचा. सर, पटना एयरपोर्ट की रनवे लंबाई लंबे समय से चिंता का विषय रही है. वर्तमान में अनस्टेबल रनवे केवल 1677 मीटर तक सीमित है. खासकर एडवर्स विंड कंडीशन में यह लंबाई न केवल नैरो बॉडी एयरक्राफ्ट जैसे A320 और B737 के लिए रिस्की है, बल्कि वाइड बॉडी एयरक्राफ्ट जैसे बोइंग 777 और 787 या एयरबस A390 के लिए तो कंप्लीटली अनफीजिबल है, जिन्हें 2500 से 3500 मीटर रनवे की जरूरत होती है. मेरा सवाल आपके माध्यम से मिनिस्टर ऑफ सिविल एविएशन से प्रश्न है कि ऐसी कोई फिजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट तैयार की जा रही है जिससे पता लग सके कि फ्यूचर में लार्ज एयरक्राफ्ट ऑपरेशन में पटना एयरपोर्ट को कैसे सुरक्षित बनाया जा सकता है. धन्यवाद.
माननीय मंत्री जी.
Sir, based on the runway constraints which the honorable member has also mentioned, the Patna airport is a smaller runway, sir, where there are restricted operations with the load penalty only, and which is very much thoroughly followed by the regulator and the airline operator also, so that safe operations happen at the Patna airport. And whenever these kind of incidents happen, they are properly investigated and ensured that the next time these kind of incidents don't happen. But when it comes to the futuristic solution on having wide body operations and having long overhaul operations from these areas, then it is proposed to have a new airport only, greenfield airport. But as this airport is restricted, and if you want to expand the runway also, it is physically impossible, because there is railway track on one side and there is a clock tower on the other side, and without the land you can't expand the runway also. So within the stipulated runway of what you have mentioned to be 2100 meters, to have these wide body operations is not at all possible. So an alternate runway which can cater for the wide body operations is being considered. In the budget also, a greenfield airport for the city of Patna has been proposed. So we are actively looking into this solution by creating alternative airport.
Dr. V. Sivdasan. Dr. V. Sivdasan. Dr. V. Sivdasan, yes, you have a question, yes, supplementary.
Yes, sir.
It relates to Patna Airport.
Yes, sir. My question is related to the
Patna Airport.
Sir, my question is related to airport, sir. Yes, Patna Airport. In his answer, yes, our respected minister says the commercial viability of the functioning of airport. My question is, sir, the commercial viability, the word commercial viability. In my hometown, one airport is there, Kannur Airport. There we have requested the government, continuously request, not only from our party and the parties and the government of Kerala requested the point of call status, sir, but they are not ready to allow the point of call status. If the theory of commercial viability is there, then why they are not allowing the point of call status?
I request you, it's relates to Patna. If
I am expecting the answer from the
Minister considers he can reply.
Favorable answer I am expecting from the government.
Honorable member has been time and again requesting this point of call for Kannur Airport, sir. But if you had heard my answer, which I have answered before, I have mentioned that the first is to have the point of call in the air service agreement with that country. Only then the commercial viability comes into it. It's not the other way around, where the country works out the commercial viability and then looks at the same.
Let him reply. Only minister's reply is good.
On the specific issue, sir,
please.
Kerala is the only state where 3 airports already have point of call. 3 airports already have point of call, and this is the 4th airport which is coming for discussion. And there is an option for our Indian aircraft operators to fly from Kannur to any destination. It is all open. Only for the foreign carriers to come to that place, you need the point of call. So there is no complete restriction as such that without point of call, you can't travel internationally. The Indian airline operators can travel to these destinations. And you also have to keep in mind, sir, we all know the kind of progress civil aviation took in the last 10 years, and I have also been time and again talking about the tremendous numbers depicting the growth that we have seen in the country, right, in the number of aircrafts or the passengers that travel through who prefer air travel, or the number of airports. Everything has almost doubled in the last 10 years, or more than doubled in the last 10 years, sir. Even after we see that the COVID, which was a major road break for civil aviation, we have crossed the pre-COVID numbers, and we are seeing a tremendous growth in civil aviation network. And this is why we from the ministry also recommended that we need to create more posts in this DGCA, so that the surveillance or the safety or the security of civil aviation is very much intact with the tremendous robust growth that we are seeing. And this posts that we are seeing which are vacant, which has come to discussion, is the posts which have been created in last year and over the period of last 2 to 3 years. And we have to understand that creation of posts and recruitment of posts is a continuous process. And there is UPSC which is also involved. And we from the ministry are in continuous discussion. And last year itself, we have recruited 103 posts, which in the history of DGCA was the highest number of posts which was recruited. And this year we have planned to recruit 190. Where UPSC also has come forward, and by October, end of October, we are going to recruit 190 posts for this DGCA. And the other thing, which is more practical that I want to tell the House, is that these are very niche and technical posts. It's not like we have a huge pool. This is a limited pool of subject matter experts, let it be the engineers or the pilots or medical experts, aviation-related experts. This is a very specific pool of people that we are trying to pick up from. And it is a very tough process of picking up the right people, because these are going to be the regulators, these are going to be the inspectors, these are going to take care of the safety. So the recruitment process is also a very rigorous process, and we are doing our, we have taken notice of this thing also, and it has been a continuing process, and we are putting more pressure so that the timelines for the recruitment also come down, and very soon we are in the process of achieving 90% of these vacancies also to be recruited.
Thank you. Third supplementary, Manisri R. Girirajan.
Thank you, sir. I would like to know from the Honourable Minister whether the government has formed any high-level committee and formulated any new norms and procedures to be adopted and complied during the safety audits and the routine inspections of each and every flight before the takeoff, and to provide special refresher training to ensure the physical, mental and emotional stability of the pilots are stable and fit to fly after they complete the 1,000 hours of flight. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, like I said, after the incident itself, one aircraft investigation bureau, they are running the investigative process into finding out how and why the incident happened. And on the other side, overlooking in a holistic approach on the safety measures and what can be done further. Because not only within the country, we are also trying to study other countries across the world where there might be better safety measures in their own countries. So we have also formed a high-level committee under the chairmanship of Home Secretary, and all important people from the aviation are also participating in it. And they are calling people from multiple sectors who are necessary to give more suggestions regarding this. And it is an ongoing process, sir. It was formed right after the incident, and it has got a timeline of 3 months so that they can have multiple meetings within this. And the question which has been put up by the honorable member is also discussed within that committee, and we are all hoping that they come up with some good measures. We already have very robust safety mechanism in the country. We all have to be aware of this process, that it is not that something extravagant or something outside the box is required for the country. We have a very good safety mechanism. Today, if you look at the numbers, today domestically there are 2,909 departures that are happening in the country. 2,909. And internationally, if you look, 624. So overall, the number of departures that are happening every day from the country is 3,500. And around 5 lakh passengers are traveling every day by air. even today, these are numbers that I've taken from today. So 5 lakh passengers are traveling safely every day. 3,500 flights are taking off every day from the country. So we have a very good process, but we are not stopping there. We want things to be brought down to zero in terms of incidents or anything. That is the process that we have. That is the integrity that we have, and that is the target that we have. So we are being more open now to the suggestions that are coming into our side, and we are looking at the international process also, and some of the countries where they feel, because ICAO, which is the International Civil Aviation Organization, always has a third eye on all the countries which are running operations, which are having these civil aviation networks, because civil aviation is not a thing where it is just within the country. It is not limited within the country. There are airlines from our country which are registered in India going into other countries and picking up and traveling passengers of other countries also. And likewise, other countries' airlines are coming into our country and they are picking up our passengers. So this is a global thing. And all the countries which are having these civil aviation departments or ministries or sectors, they all have to comply with the Civil Aviation Organization, International Civil Aviation Organization protocols. And we have been very committed to maintain those protocols. And we have a very effective score of 85 in the International Civil Aviation Organization safety score. And there are other countries, and you have to imagine the numbers that India has. We have more than 160 airports in the country. And I've given you the number of passengers that are traveling every day. In other countries, you might say that New Zealand or UAE or this thing, how many airports they have? 1, 2, 3? And we are operating at such a vast scale. And that is not like an excuse I'm putting, but that is the kind of growth that we have seen in the country and the kind of growth we are trying to maintain by also having a 100% safe and secure civil aviation network.
Dr. Fawzia Khan.
Sir, I would like to ask the Honorable Minister that a Boeing B7878 aircraft VTANW was involved in an air turnback incident due to in-flight shutdown of engine 1 of flight number AI131 during climb on the 4th of August 23. Sir, from the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, Mumbai to Heathrow on the 4th of August, this flight was leaving. As per the incident report of DGCA, an HPC stage 10 blade went missing due to improper installation of locking lugs. That made dust accumulate in the left-hand engine, leading to the engine's surge and subsequent engine shutdown. Sir, an RTI...
Be brief.
That's brief only. Sir, an RTI query to the DGCA has revealed that 65 in-flight engine shutdown incidents occurred between 2020 and 2025. So that's quite a large number. In that regard, what specific measures will the government take, as you spoke about such a large number of operations? So, and we have very advanced technology as well. So in order to have a quick before flight inspection of engine and exhaust systems, what measures will the government adopt?
Thank you.
Sir, in terms of safety, I have to also tell that the DGCA has inspections which are planned surveillance, ramp inspections of both the domestic and the foreign sector, spot checks and night surveillance. And this is done through an annual surveillance and safety plan that the DGCA prepares. And based on the regular checking that happens, they have a overlooking safety audit also that is happening all over the country. And they keep monitoring each and every plane. They keep monitoring each and every airport and all the safety measures that are being listed. And everything is very thoroughly monitored. And whenever these kind of incidents happen, let us say there is an in-flight, some engine malfunction that has happened. And these, you have pointed out to one specific aircraft where there seems to be one specific issue. But there are multiple kinds of issues that can happen. Some might be due to the weather, or some might be due to bird heads that happen. So there are multiple unpredictable and weather-related issues also that are there. Everything is properly taken into account. But for that, to ensure that the operations are still safe, even if it is mid-flight journey or on the ground, any incident that is happening, there is a thorough protocol. And it is not that we have invented the protocol or we have invented the safety process. There is a process that the original equipment manufacturer, suppose the Boeing is making the plane, Boeing itself has to list out what all safety measures that has to be done. And on top of that, the FAA, which is the state regulator of that country, it also goes through a process of seeing the design, the maintenance and manufacture. It comes out with the process. Then there is the International Civil Aviation Organization which overlooks all this, and it comes out with the process. And once that plane is coming back to our country, our state regulator, which is the DGCA, it goes through all these processes, and if mandatory, adds some more processes from its side, so that every single flight before it takes off goes through a specific maintenance based on the line maintenance, base maintenance, engine maintenance. Everything is properly checked from the pilot also. Before taking off, pilot also on ground, he goes around the aircraft and checks all the things. Aircraft maintenance engineer also does another checking. After robust checking and properly dotting down what is happening with the aircraft, only then looking at the rules and procedures, if the aircraft is good for taking off at the time, only then it is supposed to be taken off. So all the processes are thoroughly listed, and we, on behalf of the ministry and from the regulator DGCA, we ensure that there is no negligence and there is no incompetence on any of the processes, and everything is very thoroughly monitored. And if anything occurs also, and if there is anything which occurs due to negligence, then we take serious action on both the operator and any necessary person, and we impose penalties, suspensions. All the process of enforcement is also duly listed.
Thank you. Last supplementary on this question, Mani Satnam Singh Sandhu.
सर, मेरा सवाल इस हादसे में मारे गए अनलक्की लोगों के लिए है। जो लोग इस हादसे में मारे गए हैं उनकी जान की भरपाई तो नहीं हो सकती, लेकिन फिर भी जो बेस्ट पॉसिबल फैमिली के लिए हो सकता है वो होता है। इस हादसे में मारे गए पैसेंजर्स के लिए तो कॉम्पनसेशन अनाउंस की गई है, लेकिन इसमें मेडिकल छात्र भी मारे गए। एक मेडिकल कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स जो अपने हॉस्टल में खाना खा रहे थे, मेरा सवाल उनको लेकर है कि उनके लिए कॉम्पनसेशन हुई है, और क्या उनकी फैमिली जो ट्रॉमा में है उनको कोई साइकोलॉजिकल हेल्प देने की कोशिश की गई है? धन्यवाद।
Thank you.
Sir, first of all, I'd like to, through this house, also offer my condolences to the families of both the passengers of who are traveling in the plane, the crew and the passengers, and also the students, the families of both the students also. And this has been our idea right from the time the incident took place, that we are not going to differentiate between the victims, saying that Acha, these are the people who have traveled in the plane and these are the other ones who have got affected or succumbed to outside injuries outside the plane. And all the support that is being extended to the victims of the families inside the plane, the same assistance is being extended to all the families of the people, students who have died outside also, sir. And the compensation also equally, they have also been taken into account, and they are being provided the compensation and the necessary support for the future also. Much of this, the responsibility has been taken by Air India, and combinedly, all the people, both in flight and off, everyone is being taken care of, both from the family side, and all the compensation is being equal. And this, not only in terms of compensation definitely equal, but in terms of assistance also that we are trying to provide from the government side, there is no difference. We are keeping, both are being taken into account in the same process.
Question number 3, Srimati Rekha Sharma ji. माननीय मंत्री जी, पहला supplementary.
Sir, through you, I would like to ask Honorable Minister, sir, whether the government has undertaken specific initiatives to promote digital upgradation and adoption of emerging technologies, such as artificial intelligence among MSMEs in Haryana,